Hi everyone, so today I am unboxing Junho's latest release called 2. And like the name, this is his second Korean best of album. So a few years ago, back in 2015, he released 1, which I have right here. And I really like how they stuck with the same packaging as 1 for 2. And also they kept with this sort of bullseye to emphasize the O in both of these releases. But today I'll just do a quick unboxing of this album to show you what everything looks like. And I also have the poster, which I'll share at the end. So this is the front of this box, the spine, and then the back, which displays the track list and has 12 songs total. And one of the nice improvements about the style packaging is that now we have a magnetic closure, which the other best of album 1 didn't have. And inside this you get a photocard set, so it's nice that we don't have to deal with a lot of random things like a lot of JYP group releases have had recently. And you also get this jacket card, or slightly larger than jacket card size photos that are called the It Pic for some reason. Junho kind of explained it in his V Live, which if you guys haven't caught his V Live that he had on his birthday, he actually basically did a full unboxing of this. And it was really cute seeing him go over everything. And he also shares some other Korean versions of a lot of his songs that are not just on this album. So it's very worth watching if you haven't seen that yet. But I'll get to these in a little bit. And for the photo book, it's again very similar to what we had with 1. It's just a very thin little photo book. And so not only do we get a CD this time, but we also get a DVD, which is tucked away in this pretty clever design with this cutout for the box type packaging. And it's on this faux knob here, which is usually my preferred way to hold up the CD. And on this DVD are just music videos of the Korean versions of songs that have already been released in Korea. So for example, you have Canvas, and Fine, and Instant Love, and a few others. And then the exclusive, I guess, music video you get on this DVD is the Korean version of Sozo, or I guess the English version is now called Fancy. And now for the photo book. So this is pretty thin, like 1 was, his first Korean best of album. But you get 48 pages, and there's some very nice photos that we saw in his teaser pictures. And here again we have the track list as well as all the music videos that are on the DVD. And start off with the Korean version of Sozo, or Fancy. It's the official English title. And Flashlight here is the title track. And we did get sort of a music video for this. It's called All the 2, which was dropped when this album was released on his birthday. It would have been nice to have an official Flashlight music video, I think as a way to promote Junho's songs to those who are maybe not very familiar with his solo work, but it was a very nice video for fans. And so some of these images may be familiar, all the teaser pictures that they had. But I quite like them, and I'm glad that they're in this photo book. And the last song, Next to You, and his thanks to, and all the credits. And now for the photocard set. So every single album will come with this 5-piece photocard set. So again, it's nice that you don't have to deal with a lot of random photocards in this release. And so this is what they all look like. So they're all horizontal except for that one vertical card. And then the backs look like this for the horizontal cards. And then the back on this vertical card is also the same. So all those Photocards had pictures of Junho, basically just taking pictures of himself with the handheld remote, which I don't know if this was the reason why they chose to do that, but it just reminds me of his episode on I Live Alone, where he was showing his boyfriend Instagram technique, where he had a remote control to take his Instagram photos by himself. And we have the same photo shoot for these ItPic photos. So you get 5 pieces again, but there are 2 different sets you can get in each album. So this is the only random component for this release. And these are the cards I got. And this is the poster image. So I ordered mine folded since it was only a few more cents to add the poster to my pre-order. And I normally don't buy posters, but whenever it comes to 2 p.m. or just Junho things, it's very difficult for me to resist. But this is what it looks like. And very briefly, I'm just going to go over this track list here, because it's always interesting to see what someone puts on a best of album for an artist. And Junho said he chose these songs to go on to, and they all fit sort of the same vibe. And it's really interesting that he chose to put Canvas and Fine on here, because he released the mini album with those 2 songs not too long ago in Korea. So I guess maybe that was a deliberate choice, so that when he releases 3, which he sort of alluded to, that'll have more, I guess, original Korean versions that we haven't heard before. And also track 11 was another Korean version we've heard before, the Korean version of Winter Sleep, which he released simultaneously with his Winter Sleep album in Japan for his birthday. But when it comes to Junho's music, there's really not any song that I dislike from his discography. There might be 1 or 2 that I may not listen to very often, but he's someone who has a very deep and interesting discography that rarely has any skips. So anything that he would put on a best of album, I think should go over just fine. And since this has been on Spotify, I've been listening to the specific track list for a while, and I can see sort of what he had in mind when choosing these songs and ordering them to give a certain feel for this time of year. And I know a lot of fans were disappointed with, I guess, repeating Korean versions that he's already released before. I know I was a little bit. Instead of giving us his other Korean versions, he's been tucking away for later. But I'm sure he'll reveal those at some point. So hopefully sooner rather than later. Because when it comes to songwriting, I think Junho is just very skilled with writing songs, both in Korean and having them translated into Japanese pretty seamlessly. So there's not a lot of people in K-pop, I think, who could do that, and Junho's sort of shown time and time again that he's sort of honed in this ability to do just that. And so I'm going to end this video with an overview of some of the things that are inside of this album. And I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Check out Junho's unboxing that he did on VLive. I'll link it down in the description if you haven't seen it yet. I'm sure they'll upload English subtitles to that very soon, if they're not there already. It's very cute even without English subtitles. And until next time, bye guys.